Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve the 11th question from 058043 extended paper from October-November 2024. Now this question is a combination of composite functions and algebra. Here we can see that 4 functions are given. So in the first question we have to find g of -3. So here the function g of x is given, that is 1 minus 2x. So g of -3 means in place of x we have to replace -3. So here we have written g of -3 is equal to 1 minus 2 times -3. So simplifying this we get 1 minus 2 times -3 is plus 6, and adding these two gives us the value of g of -3 as 7. Now moving on to the next question. Find f of x times g of x plus f of g of x plus 1. Now let us do this step by step, starting with f of x times g of x. Now we have been given the function f of x and g of x, so we have to multiply these two functions. So here we have written 2x plus 5 multiplied with 1 minus 2x. Now expanding these two brackets, that is 2x multiplies with 1 giving us 2x. 2x times minus 2x is minus 4x square. 5 times 1 is plus 5, and 5 times negative 2x is negative 10x. Now rearranging this, so minus 4x square stays as it is. Now we have like terms, that is 2x minus 10x. They will add up to give us minus 8x plus 5. Now this is the value we got for f of x times g of x. Now let us focus on f of g of x. Now f of g of x means we have to take the value of g of x and plug it in the place of x for f of x. So here we have written, now f of x is 2 times. Now in place of x we are going to replace g of x, that is 1 minus 2x plus 5. Now expanding this, we get 2 times 1 as 2, and 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x plus 5. Now simplifying this, we get 2 plus 5 as 7. So f of g of x becomes 7 minus 4x. Now let us consider this given expression. So here in place of f of x times g of x, we have written its value, that is minus 4x square minus 8x plus 5, and plus f of g of x. In place of this we have written plus 7 minus 4x plus 1. Now simplifying this and adding the like terms, we get, since there is no x square term, the minus 4x square remains the same. Now minus 8x and minus 4x are like terms, so adding them together gives us minus 12x, and 5 plus 7 is 12, and 12 plus 1 is 13. So this is the most simplest form of the answer for the given expression. So this becomes our answer. Now moving on to the next question. Find g inverse of x. So we had been given g of x function as g of x is equal to 1 minus 2x. Now to find the g inverse, let us consider the g of x as y. So we have written y is equal to 1 minus 2x. Now in the next step we are going to swap the places of x and y. So we get x is equal to 1 minus 2y. Now let us try to make y as the subject now. Since y is negative, we have taken it on the left hand side and x has taken its place. So we get minus 2y becomes positive 2y is equal to 1 plus x becomes minus x. So we get 2y is equal to 1 minus x. Now taking 2 on the other side, it divides the entire term. So y will be equal to 1 minus x over 2, or we can say g inverse is equal to 1 minus x over 2. So this is our answer. Find h of 1. So here let us move inside out. That is by finding the value of h of 1 first, and the function h of x is given over here. So we have to just plug in the value of x as 1 to find out the value of h of 1. Now we have taken the same function over here, that is h of x equal to 1 over x plus 1. Now replacing x with 1, we get h of 1 is equal to 1 over 1 plus 1, giving us the value of h of 1 as 1 over 2. Now in the next step we have to replace h of 1 with its value, that is 1 over 2. So here we have written h of, in place of h of 1 we have written its value, that is 1 over 2. Now same thing happens over here, we have to replace in place of x its value, that is 1 over 2. So we get 1 over 1 over 2 plus 1. Now simplifying the denominator, we get 1 over 3 over 2. Now this denominator flips upside down, giving us the value as 2 over 3. Now you can directly put this value in the calculator, you will directly get the answer. So here the value of h of 1 is 2 over 3. Now moving on to the next question. Simplify 1 over f of x minus h of x and give your answer as a single fraction in its simplest form. So we have been given the f of x and h of x. So we have to just plug in their values over here and get the answer as a single fraction. So let us write here. Now we have taken the functions over here for easy reference. So 1 over f of x becomes 1 over 2x plus 5 minus h of x becomes 1 over x plus 1. Now to simplify this, we are going to use the cross multiplication method. Now these two are going to multiply together, that is 1 multiplies with x plus 1 minus, now these two will get multiplied, that is 1 gets multiplied with 2x plus 5 and the denominators will get multiplied with each other, and this is also called as a butterfly method. Now 1 multiplies with x plus 1 giving us x plus 1 minus, now 1 multiplies with 2x plus 5. So we have written it inside the bracket as you can see because we have a negative sign over here. So whenever there is a negative sign we have to be careful. If there was a positive sign over here then the bracket was not necessary. The whole thing divided by, now the denominators will get multiplied giving us 2x plus 5 times x plus 1. Now let us simplify the numerators. So x plus 1 stays the same. Now since we have a negative sign over here, we are going to expand the bracket. That is negative 1 times 2x gives us negative 2x, and negative 1, if there is no number over here, you can consider that there is going to be a 1. So negative 1 times 5 is going to be negative 5. Divided by, now we can keep the denominators as it is. Now again simplifying the numerator, that is adding the like terms. X minus 2x gives us minus x, and plus 1 minus 5 gives us minus 4. Over, now the denominators are same. Now this is in the form of a single fraction and it cannot be simplified further. That is, we cannot cancel anything from the numerator and denominator. So this is going to be our answer. Now you can multiply the denominators and expand and keep it also. So that would be also fine. Or you can keep the answer this way. Find x when j of x is equal to 1 over 32. Now we can see the j of x function is given over here. So we have to replace j of x with its value, that is 1 over 32. So here we have written 1 over 32 is equal to 2 raised to x, or we can also write it as 2 raised to x is equal to, now 1 over 32 can be written as 32 raised to negative 1 by using this law of index. That is, if we write 1 over a to the power of 1 and if we need a to the numerator, then the power becomes negative. So here we have taken 32 to the numerator, so its power that was 1 becomes negative, that is minus 1. Now we know that 32 can be written as 2 raised to 5. So here we have written 2 raised to 5 raised to negative 1. Now again using the law of index, that is a raised to m raised to n becomes a raised to m times n. That is, the powers will get multiplied. So here the powers will get multiplied, that is 5 times negative 1 gives us negative 5. So here we have got 2 raised to x is equal to 2 raised to negative 5. Now the bases, that is 2 and 2, they are same. So we can cancel the bases and equate the powers. So here we get the value of x as negative 5. Now moving on to the last sub question. Find x when j inverse of x equal to 0. Now here let us take this j inverse on the other side of equal to sign. So it becomes x is equal to, now j inverse goes on the other side and becomes j of 0. Now the function j of x was given as 2 to the power of x. So in place of x we are going to replace 0. So j of 0 will be equal to 2 raised to 0. And remember, this is another law of index, that is anything raised to 0 will always give you 1. So here 2 raised to 0 becomes 1 and j of 0 was equal to x. So the value of x we get here is x equal to 1. So this is our answer. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked the video. And if you found this video useful, then check out this playlist where you'll find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.